Would you like to go over our minutes?
So the minutes for October 20th, 2016. We called to order at 5:33. Present was Terry, Laura, Pan, and Jack. Absent was Jed. The minutes for June 7th board meeting was read by Laura with corrections. That was moved by Pan, second by Terry, all approved. We also had minutes for August 18th meeting that were read by Laura, that was moved by Pan, second by Jack, all approved. And then we had meetings for September 15th meeting, read by Laura, moved by Pan, second by Laura, all approved. The Treasury report for September was read by Laura, that was moved by Pan, second by Jack, all approved. Our bank balance in October Treasury report, the total was $47,483.72. In our operating account, there was $30,901.89. In the grant account was $16,581.83. Again, the total for both banks was $47,483.72. Unfinished business that was discussed. Terry discussed the Diamond Street CSA program. Jack discussed the parade and Septemberfest results. Terry discussed the Board of Trade grant tourism update. Terry discussed the eNEWS 2015 grant, that there was an additional cost of $990 for straps to hold the 130 miles per hour winds. Terry discussed the event center. Terry discussed the eNEWS 2016 grant, which is the electrical and the fencing. Terry discussed on the term loan at the California Bank and Trust. The new business that took place was we motioned to approve the co-sponsorship for the Parade of Lights with the Old Town Merchants. That was moved by Pan, second by Jack, all approved. We also motioned to pay Laura Velasquez for Septemberfest expense reimbursements for supplies. That was moved by Terry, second by Pan, all approved. And we motioned to pay Terry for September expense reimbursements for the park permit. That was moved by Pan, second by Laura, and all approved. Our new members approved was Patty's Cafe, Jethawks, and the EFBC, which is the Cat House here in Rosamond. That was motioned to accept approval. That was moved by Laura and second by Pan, and we adjourned at 6:40.
Okay, with the minutes being read, moved by Pan to accept. General second. Any questions regarding the minutes? Any corrections? All those in favor?
Aye.
3-0. Approved. Okay, moving on to our treasurer's report. Laura, would you like to update us on what's happened the past month?
We have an ending balance now in the operating account of $31,348.60. We had a deposit of $1,750, which consists of Septemberfest, Parade of Lights, some renewals, and for our expenses that we had for the month, that was a total of $1,348.60. $303.29, and that consists of some telephone bills, some utility bills, our interest on the building, and the reimbursements to Terry and myself. In our grant account, we still hold a balance of $16,581.83. There was no income or expenses in that account. We have a total in both bank accounts of $47,930.43.
Okay, Pam moves. Brett seconds. Questions regarding our treasurer's report? No questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
All approved? Very well. Okay, moving on to our reports. Diamond Street project. We don't have street lights yet, but maybe Ryan knows a little bit for us.
Nope.
Nothing?
Just check my email again to see if I had anything. I haven't got a response.
Oh, okay.
So I guess it's the same as it was last month. Report.
I was in Bakersfield yesterday. I tried to check with the roads department. Nobody was in there to answer the questions. I don't have any updates there. I did talk with Daniel about the CSA. He hasn't made much progress on that. But we're going to have to do something soon, I think.
What do you have to do?
Well, right now the county's paying for the water, so it's not costing us anything, but I think the street's gonna have to be kept excellent. The trash on Diamond Street is terrible. It seems to be getting worse. And actually right behind the chamber dumpster.
I saw that the other day.
And it just got worse today.
Where'd that come from?
And people in the neighborhood, I suppose. We do have a lock on it, but I guess they pry it open and then throw their stuff in there.
Get a better lid. They got the plastic lids on.
Right, so they bend in,
Yeah, they just bend them off.
they just pull it so it bends and opens.
Right. And you can't even put them back in when you try to try.
They don't have to, so empty.
Yeah, I think there's a stroller sitting out there. It's overflowing today. Well, I'll talk to
Maybe
Daniel.
Ryan could help us with that trash thing. I mean, it's going out of control. You know, like if you go on Diamond Street, behind the Carl's Motel and Joshua Motel, those apartments just dumps their stuff.
Yeah.
And code compliance, I mean, I get code compliance only once in 6 months maybe, when I pop my properties, you know, when I say my property I have rentals and the guy just parking cars, I mean, there's no nuisance, and I got a code compliance notice on the marijuana thing, which is I don't even own the property.
Yeah.
They like to send me the notice once in a while, when they see my name.
Okay.
But, you know, code compliance, I mean, those apartments are the problem because they don't have a dumpster, and if they can make them to put the dumpster, then this problem wouldn't happen on Diamond Street. At least on that part of those apartments are horrible.
Okay.
In the back, they throw the beds and all that, and somebody cleaned it up, but I showed Terry how horrible it is.
Is it bad again?
No,
Okay.
not yet, but there's some box and then bicycles, and he's gonna get that, just,
Yeah, for some reason it's up by our dumpster that has become the problem. That seems to be where they're depositing everything. And then that address next door to us I told you about,
Yeah.
was you able to mention that to code
Yeah.
compliance?
Yeah.
Because they had mattresses and everything. like
Yeah, I
that
saw the
there.
you sent pictures too.
Yeah,
and I think Paul and Gail did the cleanup on Diamond Street.
Yes, we did Diamond Street with the chamber, when was that?
Just before the
2-3 months ago.
groundbreaking ceremony.
Yeah, we cleaned that up, and then same thing with Orange between Sierra Highway and Diamond. That empty lot that's right there, mattresses, beddings, toys, and all stuff that Clint went out there and cleaned up and took it down to the county yard. These people just don't care, they're just dumping them out there. You know, and something needs to be done with it, either code enforcement or
No,
the
because
county.
they don't have a dumpster, those apartments don't have a dumpster. That's why they just those just people.
But that,
vendors.
they should, it is required though by law, so some,
That's why I said
so
if
they
you
should
do
be able to enforce that. That you are required at residences to have some sort of trash service in the, you know, in this kind of urban area.
And I think that vacant lot they dumped on it again,
Yes.
over down by Orange Street.
Yeah. And they're also leaving cars in the back of that alleyway behind Joshua that are
That motorhome is illegal.
motorhomes, they're just dropping them off in there and leaving them there. I mean, it's becoming bad eyesore, especially for that area, because, you know, for as much money that's been spent for Diamond Street,
Yeah.
you know, that's become their problem. The same thing with like all the bollards that are being demolished and taken out. There's 8 bollards out there that are missing because people are hitting them or people are just taking them and either recycle or whatever they're doing with them, but something needs to be done so we can get those things replaced. And, you know, I mean, you're having September Fest coming up here pretty soon. I mean, parade of lights, so, you know, we gotta at least fix this place up to make it right. 'Cause we
Also-
just went out not too long ago to clean up some of the areas out there, and it's all back again.
And also graffiti going on, more graffiti. Every time I drive by there, more graffiti on that apartment.
Yeah,
we
also did notify the county,
Was that?
and RCSD, and they're supposed to go down there and sandblast a lot of stuff and spray it. But trying to get a hold of the owners that own those apartments, can't get a hold of them. And we can't paint it unless we have their signature, and that's through the county, through their graffiti abatement program that we work with through the county. If we don't have a signature, we can't paint it,
The signature from the apartment
from
owner?
the apartment owners.
They have to agree to allow someone to work on it.
They got it behind the Carl's Motel, I'll sign my name.
Hey, you know, if it has to be done, it has to be done.
I mean, it just looks bad. I mean, I told my manager, but it says B, big B and M, and
Yeah,
if you need my signature, or you could go and do it, and I'll sign it, whatever.
well, same thing with the
But
plan.
it just, because it encouraged them to do the graffiti, that's the
Yeah.
problem.
But who's-
It's like that alley is so bad, and they just pile up the dump, and a lot of mattresses I heard, because those apartments are like bed bugs.
Mhm.
So that could come to my place also, I just don't want that dumped at my place.
Yeah, well, it's the same thing with right next to Carl's.
Carl's, yeah, that's real Carl's.
That, all that trash that was out there in that field, in the back corner right there, we notified the county code
Joshua.
enforcement. Yeah, Joshua.
Yeah.
We notified the code enforcement on that a while back. We also spoke with Ryan. Ryan made some phone calls, and we kept calling them, and it just kept getting bigger and bigger. Finally, I guess they came out because that place was cleaned up. But again, how long is it gonna take for the code enforcement to come back out here and write somebody up regarding that and have it cleaned up again?
Yeah, they
Josh is
just,
starting to come back, I saw a toilet over there yesterday,
was that,
a toilet back in that corner.
yeah, they got the bicycle and.
They're starting it again.
Box again, and once they have a little bit, then it builds up.
It took us 8 months to get it cleaned up the first time.
Well, I know because that owner was, because I'm on the chamber, he said, who do I come with? The chamber don't know anything, we don't have no control, we don't have no money to go pick it up. I know the owner, I mean, we own Carl and then Joshua guy, and I said, you know, and that's not our lot, it's not behind or within our jurisdiction, we wanna keep our street clean and all that, but problem is those apartments, so if somebody could go and force them to, hey, you gotta have those dumpster, or you
That's
just.
what we were told, like Ryan said, they're required to provide some sort of trash receptacle for the apartments, but they're not, so they're just.
How long
using
did it,
The field.
how long did it take to get trashed again after you cleaned it?
Let's see, we filed our first report in January, we filed the second report in June. It was cleaned up in August, and late September, we started seeing little bits out there again. But we just watched the pile grow, but we've been taking pictures and sending them in, and we just watched it grow.
So I just have a question for Ryan. The county's gonna come out and take care of the planters for us then? The graffiti on the planters?
I assume so. I haven't heard there was graffiti on the plan.
Oh, I sent you the photos.
Oh, from, yeah, what you sent me, yeah. I thought you were talking about your neighbor.
Oh, no,
By the chamber.
no, the one's down at the end of the street.
Oh, okay.
Because our parade's coming up in a couple of weeks.
Where it starts from the
Yeah, I assume so.
I mean, it's,
I'll ask them again.
yeah,
I said, I would basically work as a pass-through. When you guys send me stuff, I'd send them in, and, you know, usually coming from us, it gets a good response, at least so far. Lately, it seems like that might not be the case, from what I'm hearing from you guys, that the response seems to be not as good. So, I guess I'll just have to get on them again and just be persistent.
Gail, if you,
Just to let you know, the graffiti abatement team out of Bakersfield, they're down to 2 people 2 days a week. So they have asked us if it's something we can do, they're gonna call us and ask us to go out and take a look at it, and if it's something we can do, we will. So if that's the case, if they give us permission to do it, we will, and then we'll have that color of paint that we can cover it up as soon as we see it. But we first have to get them. We had a call the other night for, over on 25th, someone had painted some of the street signs. And they called us and said, go take a look. If it's something you can do, please do it. If not, we'll send someone out, because they're limited. They had a full-time person and he transferred to another department. So if the call does go into Carl over at, up there, and he calls us and says, do it, they give us the right color, then we'll be able to take care of it as soon as it happens.
I thought on the planters they wanted to sandblast the stuff off though. They didn't want us to paint them.
They painted them last time.
Oh, they did?
They painted the planters, you can tell it's a little bit
It's a
different color.
look.
And they sandblasted the wall of those, in the front of those apartments.
Oh, okay.
But who's gonna replace all that brick on top of all these planters that are destroyed?
The damage is horrible.
Well, it doesn't sound like the county's gonna take care of that, and that's supposed to be done under the CSA. And they haven't approved the CSA, so until you approve some way to pay for that stuff, I don't think anything's gonna get done. But we're gonna move on to another topic. How's that sound? Board of Trade grant. We did do the one program, Laura's got a picture up here, the Scenic 395. We put an ad in there, Mojave and Rosamond was part of that. And it's promoting the Desert Triangle. And we're looking to do that 24-page brochure yet. They were out taking pictures of some of the different areas, so we're going to be working on that. And Jed's was working on the front cover for it. Got any updates on that?
I haven't heard anything from anybody. So, but as far as the cover is, I've made all changes that I had to, and trying to make it, you know, other than that, it's all done. Just waiting for the next meeting. I haven't heard from, like I said, I haven't heard anything. Have you?
Well, they canceled to do that. That's part of the $5,500 that we got from Bakersfield to promote tourism for the Desert Triangle, and we're working with Mojave and Boron and Jabo and Canyon on that, to do that. Okay, moving on to our event center. I was in Bakersfield yesterday. I talked to Mr. Carroll at the planning department, and I handed him the information I got from Heritage Builders, and it's actually from Star Building Systems, is the one that designed that canopy. And what we had to do is they had to redesign it for that 130-mile-an-hour wind. So they're going to have cliffs. So I did talk to him about that and handed all that paperwork into him. He was going to go through the file and see what else we needed to get a permit for the stage, to put up the stage and the canopy.
Is that all it's gonna take to get approved for the straps or clips?
Well, there was a list of quite a few things, but he was going to go through the list and look. When they're looking at the plants up in Bakersfield, it shows 2 sets of steps, but it doesn't point to where it talks about it. And I guess they want it on there to say that, look to page 3 for the information on this. So I'm hoping that we can work around some of the little things that they have. But we got the main thing there. The other item was the electrical that we were looking to do. We applied for that electrical permit to change out our meter also. And I'm working with Jerry Winfrey and another company to try to get electrical plan that we can submit to Bakersfield for our event center. And we'll need that if we get our grant, the eNEWS grant for 2016. So we haven't made a lot of progress yet on it, but we are trying. The eNEWS grants for 2016, we did submit 2 grants, one for electrical for $10,000 and one for fencing for $10,000. I think I informed you that I had to redo the fencing grant bid because it wasn't prevailing wage. I did get that into the county, and I'm guessing that we're going to hear something on these grants in December here.
December?
Yeah, that's what they did last year. So we do have 2 grants in. I'm hoping that we get those 2 grants to upgrade the fencing. That would be for the front of the event center. And the electrical was to do.
What about the block wall?
We did get a donation of block from Carl's Hardware, his contract. We're a supplier there. So we have that. We can start putting that up as soon as we get our other permit. Because we'll have to buy the insurance to do the project, and we really don't want to start until we're ready to put that up.
Okay, but that's all that's lacking there with the block wall anyway.
Well, yeah, we just would have to buy the concrete mortar to put in.
Find somebody who knows how to lay block.
Well, I met a guy, he was laying some block out by one of the properties I own, and I asked him if he'd be interested. And he felt that he could find some people to help us do that.
I'd like to finish the painting.
I know. Well, that's all part of our 2014 grant
Yeah.
that we had to extend it because of, you know, getting the material and being ready to do it. So we're hoping to start working on those soon. Any questions on that? Okay, moving on to our loan at California Bank and Trust. We did submit an application with California Bank and Trust for a loan. They'd like to do a loan for us. One of the problems is there's so much regulation in the lending business, and I really didn't want to secure it against the building, so it was going to be an unsecured loan. So what they're asking if we could provide our financial loan statements for the last couple of years and maybe look at that. I thought we had sent it in, that she didn't have it in the file. So we're looking at doing that, hopefully within a couple of weeks, and we'll have an answer on that. The main reason we'd like to pay off the underlying loan on it and start making payments to clear that debt. The debt's only $20,000, but we'd like to pay it off as soon as possible. They were talking a rate of 3.5 plus 1 to 5% is what the rate was. So hopefully we can put that together soon. Any questions? Okay, and then moving on to item F, an update of the Rosamond Parade of Lights. It's set for December 3rd, right around the corner. We did send out close to 80 applications. We hadn't received many applications back. We did get 3 platinum sponsors that was willing to help us put it on. That was $1,000 apiece, so $3,000 there. And then we have a few smaller sponsors. So the funding is sort of in place. The next item we have to do is get some parade entries. And usually they come sort of in at the last minute. And it's something for me to be concerned about. So it is coming together. Jack said he'd set up sound for us like he did last year. And a tropical choir and band will come out and perform. They usually start about 5:15 and perform till 6, and then the parade starts. And then they usually perform a little bit after the parade.
Where are they going to be?
We're going to do it at the same location we've done across from the hardware store.
I want to show everybody our ad in the Rosamond News. So,
Laura designed the ad, did a good job.
Laura.
Like the minions.
So we are working on it, trying to put things together. It sounds like Edwards is going to provide the judges. They've been doing it for 20 years now. This will be the 21st year, so that's coming together. I was working on a Santa for the event, and we usually do photos with Santa, so we'll have to check with the lady that did it last year for us.
Who's Santa?
Well, we're not sure yet.
is that a yes on the free food?
Well, I'm supposed to
Or
be
is
the
that
guy.
still iffy?
I'm supposed to be the guy tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Last year, the community cafe provided free food to the people that came out. They did burritos and then big chili. And they're looking to do it again this year. But, they're supposed to come up tomorrow and discuss it with us. So it is coming together. It comes pretty quick after September Fest. Doesn't give us much time to sit around. But once we get through the first of the year, it quiets down quite a bit. Any questions on Crater Lights? Okay, then we should move on to new business. Do we want to go dark in December? I heard that maybe Narmac is going to go dark in December. Have you heard anything more,
I
Ryan?
guess they're considering it, that's the last I heard.
Okay.
They haven't told me if they are or not.
Okay, what's the board's,
Then we go dark.
Pat moves to go dark?
I second.
Laura seconds. Discussion. Going dark, we just won't meet in December, so the first meeting would be in January. Is that acceptable to everybody?
Yep.
All those in favor?
Aye.
3-0 passes. Okay, moving on. A few things that I did put on the agenda was, actually, I got the information from Heritage Builders. They're the ones that donated the canopy to us and ordered the paperwork that we needed for our canopy to meet the county standards. They sent over the 2 bills that they had. One was for $637.44, and this is for the clamps that we need to meet the county specs. And then their engineering, work on it was $548.25. So there's a total of $1,185.69 that we need to pay.
Is that in addition to that $990?
No, that's
Or that's
total.
someone else?
It was supposed to be $960, but it ended up being this higher price because they had the shipping charge and tax and all these things that they didn't figure out.
Okay, so we're not paying the $990, we're paying the $1,100.
Yeah, $1,185.69.
Do you have to motion that?
Yes, I think we did. Pan moves,
Second.
and Jet seconds.
You said 11-1?
55, 59,
1185.69.
69.
And this is just a pass-through. There's no add-on for Heritage Builders putting it together for us. So sometimes there's just extra costs that come up. Like,
$200.
yeah, like I found out in Bakersfield that there's another $130, something with the CUP to make sure that that's all done right. And it's like, just another fee. But in order to get our permit, we're gonna have to pay another $130.
Right. You can get around those things. They always catch you at something.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any other questions on this? All those in favor?
Right.
Aye.
3-0 passes. Okay, the other comment, Laura, I gave you copies of this, if you need it for the file, I guess, that's why.
Oh. Okay.
The other item that I have is Weebly is our website, and on November 4th, because they have my credit card, they renewed the website. It's the hosting for the website, it's $99 a year. We've had them since I think 2013. Laura seemed to like them. I did a little work on it, but not much. But the fee was $99. If the board would like to reimburse me for that, we can, or if we want to go with, no, if we want to go with, if we want to go with a different company, you guys have to make the motion. I'm donating enough, Elder. Every day I donate.
Yeah, I move to reimburse you back.
And second. Okay, so it's $99 a year. It's pretty easy to operate. I think Debbie used it, so get some things for us. So, all those in favor?
Aye.
Lord, would you
Oh,
vote?
aye, sorry.
All voted for it, 3-0, passes. Okay, what else do we got?
Is that the second thing you or Jim?
Second by Pam.
Okay.
And then we got a bill that we never paid from Gail that we should approve tonight so she can get her money. This is for cards and lanyards and printing she did for September Fest. It's a total of $117.15. This is cost for September Fest. Pam moves.
Second.
Jan seconds. Questions? Any questions for us? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion approved. Okay, that's about all I have. Any other items that we should discuss that we may be missed? No? Ms. Vernon, okay. Director's comments then. Any comments, Jed?
I don't have anything other than if you need some help with the parade, let me know, because I was unaware of what was going on. So
Okay.
just let you know I can give assistance if you need me.
Okay, I appreciate that. Well, there's always things to do.
I'm sure you'll find plenty for me.
Okay, Laura.
I guess I'd like to thank Gail for bringing it to my attention that we made it, our September Fest made it in the AV Press on October 29th.
Monthly, yeah.
I know, I'm not playing, but that's
Wow.
okay.
What did
So-
it say?
There's a picture of the bouncy house,
Oh,
and it just says that the Rosamond residents enjoyed the September Fest at Glendower Park, which was after the Ketchum Armed Forces Parade. And there's a little picture there.
I don't know.
So,
I was there most of the day.
did you miss that?
I didn't see any photographer. They didn't catch me in there. I just was running out those hoodlums.
Oh, yeah, yes,
That
They
was
kept me
a challenge.
busy all day.
yes.
Any other comments?
That's okay, it all worked out. I enjoyed my vacation. And I guess I'm happy to be back.
And when's the next one?
Yeah, right. Next week.
What'd you do?
Not till after May,
Really?
because tax time's coming up, so I'll be busy till then. So,
Okay. Pam, any comments?
Nope.
No comments? You're happy we're going dark next month?
Yes.
Well, my comments would be thanks for the support this past year. We did do a lot of things. Hopefully, we'll get some of the grants for our community again. And I'm hoping that we get started on our event center soon. It's been a long battle. I think people are gonna step up to help us. Well, once we get going and see some dirt moving. We do need about 60 yards of dirt, so if you know somebody that has dirt, they can
Really?
move it.
For the lawn?
Yeah, to build up the pad.
Oh, great.
And in our discussions, we discussed finding a contractor to actually pour the slab and do all that, because it's pretty in-depth to do that part of it. So we'll want to send that out to bid as soon as we can, once we have a permit. Other than that, it's been a pretty good year. We've made a lot of progress. We've got a lot more work to do. We'll just keep working at it, I guess. Comments from any members? Any comments from the audience?
I think next year we need to start, the chamber, everybody needs to start working on the Diamond Street, you know, keeping it up and stuff like that for next year if we want to have more businesses come in. And, you know, start working on this thing. You know, make it a group effort, you know, a community effort. You know, we have a lot of stuff going on in this community, you know, with all these marijuana pot shops, you know, in here and stuff like that. That we just gotta make it better to bring more business in here. You know, bypass all that stuff. I don't know what's going on with the county or what they're gonna do, if they're gonna keep them open, to legalize it or what, since it's already passed, but you know what, we all gotta start working together to make Diamond Street better than what it's been in the years past. So we can start getting, there's a lot of empty businesses in there on Diamond Street, and we'll start working on getting some more business in here and start weeding out, you know, all these pot shops and people buying up places and stuff like that, because it's getting, if we don't do anything, it's gonna get worse.
Yeah.
It is.
You know, and we all gotta start, you know, we all live here, we all meet every month here. You know, we all need to work together with the county and whoever else that we need to do and get code enforcement back out here and whatever we need to do. Let's make something happen for this new, you know, for 2017 and make it better. Because if we leave it the way it goes, you already see what's going on in Diamond Street between Orange and all those apartments that Pam's been talking about. It's getting worse. And we need to keep up with it and make a change and make things happen. I mean, you guys are community members, you know, leaders in this town along with the RMAC, you know, board. You know, everybody just needs to start working together to make things happen for the community.
I definitely think that next year we should look at working with some type of group to do a cleanup every so often on Diamond Street.
That's a good idea.
I just think we're gonna have to take it upon ourselves.
It's not that hard to do once we get going.
Yeah, we just have to find some people that want to help out, maybe some of the kids from school and that, and make it a priority.
Or maybe start the first of the year, start thinking about doing that.
See if the school wants to get involved. Okay, with that, I would accept a motion to adjourn. Pan moves. Jet seconds. All those in favor?
Aye.
3-0. We are adjourned. Thanks for the year.